Good morning students, this is Vinay sir, your mathematics teacher. Once again I welcome you all to the online class organized by Alchemy School. In the previous class, we have seen how we can solve the question number 2, question number 4 and question number 5. Today we will discuss how we can solve the question number 6 and question number 7. Okay, so without getting late, let's start. Now, the next question that we all are going to take from exercise 1.4 of class 7 is question number 6. In a class test, plus 3 marks are given for every correct answer and minus 2 marks are given for every incorrect answer and no marks for not attempting any question. So according to the given informations, if any student attempt a question correctly, he gets plus 3 marks. If any student attempt a question incorrectly, so he get minus 2 marks. If he is not going to attempt a question, so he get 0 marks for not attempting the question. Okay. So on the basis of these given information, we have to find the solution for two different questions. So the first question is, Radhika scored 20 marks. If she has got 12 correct answer, how many questions has she attempted incorrectly? Okay. So let's find out the solution for the first question. So what are the given information here? According to given information, we know that plus 3 marks are given for every correct answer. We know that minus 2 marks are given for every incorrect answer. 0 marks are given for not attempting the question. Okay, so it is also given Radhika got total 20 marks and she got 12 correct answer. Okay, so students, first of all we have to find how we can find the total marks. So we can write here total marks is equal to marks for correct answer plus marks for incorrect answer. Okay, we know that Radhika got 12 correct answer. So Radhika got total marks for her correct answers is equal to 12 into 3 is equal to 36. So Radhika got total marks for her correct answer is equal to 36. Okay, so we all have seen here Radhika got total marks for her correct answer is 36. Okay, let's find out how many marks she got for incorrect answers. Okay, so how we can find it? She got total 20 marks and we know that she got 36 marks for her correct answer. How many marks she got for incorrect answers? When we add marks for correct answer and marks for incorrect answer, then we'll find the total marks got by Radhika. Okay, we have the total marks got by Radhika. We found 36 marks she got for correct answer. Now we have to find how many marks she got for incorrect answer. So when we subtract this 36 from 20, when we take this 36 to the other side of equal to, it will be subtracted from 20. So when we subtract this 36 from 20, we get the marks she got for incorrect answer. Okay, so marks for incorrect answers is equal to 20 minus 36 is equal to minus 16 marks. So she got minus 16 marks for incorrect answers. Okay, so it is given there for one question, for one incorrect question or incorrect answer, minus 2 mark are given. Okay, so for how many questions she will get minus 16 marks? So we can find the number of question when the total marks will be divided by minus 2. Why? Because for one incorrect answer, minus 2 marks is given and the total incorrect marks she got is minus 16. Okay, so minus 16 will be divided by minus 2, minus minus will be cancelled and 16 will be divided by 2, and when we divide the 16 by 2, we get here 8. So we can write here, so she attempted 8 questions incorrectly. That's it. Now let's see the next part of the question, that is Mohini scores minus 5 marks in this test, though she has got 7 correct answers. How many questions she has attempted incorrectly? Okay, so first of all we have to write the given information here. What are the given information? The first thing, plus 3 marks are given for every correct answer, minus 2 marks are given for every incorrect answer, and 0 mark is given for not attempting the question. Okay, so about Mohini scores minus 5 marks. Minus 5 marks, and this is total marks that is got by Mohini, and it is also given she attempted 7 questions correctly. Okay, So here also we have to apply the same concept. Now we all know how to find the total marks. So total mark is equal to marks for correct answers plus marks for incorrect answers. Okay, so students, we know that what is the total score of Mohini. The total score of Mohini is -5 marks. Okay, so Mohini got -5 marks as total mark. She has given 7 correct answers, so she will get 7 into 3 marks for her correct answer. We don't know how many marks she got for incorrect answer, so we'll write here marks for incorrect answers. Okay, so this is -5 is equal to 7 3s are 21 plus marks for incorrect answers. When we take this 21 to the other side of equal to, it will be subtracted from -5 because it is in addition here. Okay, so we can write here marks for incorrect answers is equal to -5 minus 21 is equal to -26. So she got -26 marks for incorrect answer. Okay, we know that -2 marks are given for every incorrect answers. Okay, so number of question she has attempted incorrectly is equal to total marks divided by mark for each question. So we can divide it -26 upon -2, minus will be cancelled. We get here 26 upon 2 and this will be divided, 26 will be divided by 2 and we get here 13 question. So we can write the conclusion here. So Mohini has attempted 13 question incorrectly. That's it. Now the next question that we all are going to take here is question number 7. An elevator descends into a mine shaft at the rate of 6 meters per minute. If the descent starts from 10 meters above the ground level, how long will it take to reach -350 meters? -350 meters means it is showing the distance travelled below the ground level. Okay, so before we try to understand to find the solution of this question, it is necessary to understand the question well. Okay, so we have to find what is the initial position of the elevator. So the initial position of elevator is 10 meters above the ground level. Okay, and it descends 10 meters, then it reaches to ground level. Okay, when it descends 350 meters below the ground level, then it reaches to minus 350 meter. Okay, it means that how much distance traveled by the elevator. So here 10 meter and here 350 meter. Total 360 meter distance traveled by this elevator. Okay, let's try to find it out. Okay, so the initial position of the elevator is 10 meter above the ground level. To find the total distance traveled by elevator, we have to find difference between its initial position and its final position. Okay, so to find the difference between the initial position and final position of elevator, we have to subtract its final position from its initial position. So what was its initial position? It was 10 meter above the ground. And what was its final position? It was minus 350 meter. Minus 350 meter means it was 350 meter below the ground level. Okay, and we are going to subtract this minus 350 from 10 to find the total distance traveled by the elevator. Okay, so minus 350 will be subtracted from 10, and when we subtract this 350 minus 350 from 10, we get the result 10 minus minus will be plus 350, and we get here 360 meter. Okay, it means that the elevator traveled 360 meter as total distance. Okay, now it is asking there how long it will take to reach at the final position, that is minus 350 meter below the ground. Okay, so as we have seen, the distance traveled by the elevator is 360 meter. So we have to find how much time it will take to travel these 360 meter when it travel 6 meter in 1 minute. Okay, so we can write distance traveled by the elevator in 1 minute is 6 meter. So when the elevator is taking 1 minute to travel 6 meter, how much time it will take to travel 1 meter? So it will take 1/6 minute to travel 1 meter. Okay, so now we know that the elevator takes 1/6 minute to travel 1 meter. So when it is taking 1/6 minute to travel 1 meter, how much time it will take to time is taken to travel 360 meter is 360 will be multiplied by 1 upon 6, and when we multiply it 6 and we get here 360 will be divided by 6 and we get here 60 minutes. Okay, so to travel 360 meter, the elevator will take 60 minutes. Okay, so now we can write our conclusion. The elevator so we can write our conclusion here. The elevator takes 60 minutes, or we can say 1 hour to travel 360 meter. Okay, that's it. So students, today we all have completed the chapter number 1. Almost we have taken maximum question from the exercise. You can practice for these questions. You can try to solve the remaining questions by yourself. So keep learning, keep practicing, stay safe, stay at home. Thank you so much.